All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rokakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Akim out there laboring of the hopeful elect that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And here you have on the screen here is Elon Musk, pretty much a controlled puppet, a controlled opposition pretty much, and he's pretty much a big advocate for what you want to call UBI, which stands for Universal Basic Income. Now, Elon Musk is pretty much the front man to a lot of this technology that you see. Um, they deal with the AI technology, and pretty much, his name has been out there for pretty much almost a decade now. He's been doing a lot of things pretty much to forward the agenda of the elites. And now he has a quick discussion here uh, with this individual here at one of these conferences. Now this was some time back, but at the end of the day, he's still an advocate for this universal basic income. And the premise of this interview, which he's going to go get into it, is the pressing issues that may arise because of it. Now, we understand the times that we're living in. The economy is pretty much unstable, and we know ultimately they're gonna have to usher in a new way of doing business, as far as with currency, and we're dealing with in their eyes, to pretty much enter into a new world of where a digital currency pretty much is going to be the main uh, catalyst to pretty much push forward this society. Now we understand, in order to bring in a new system, the old one has to be done away with. Now, you know, a lot of catastrophic events will happen, okay, once this dollar crashes. And we're seeing, countries pretty much moving towards the BRICS. They're lining themselves up um, economically and also militarily. And the reason why this is happening is because their interests, okay, pretty much has to be protected. So this is why you're seeing a pretty much a fully covered covenant with these other nations that are lining themselves up with the BRICS. Now you're seeing that the petrodollar pretty much is it has pretty much has one foot in the grave, so to speak. Saudi Arabia pretty much is moving away from the petrodollar, and they were a strong um, advocate for the West. Okay, pretty much as far as the thriving of the petrodollar, and it has been for decades. But we're seeing a new shift in the earth, and this is another reason why we're going to see a third world war. This is a lot to do with more than just you know the least of the flock, drawing them out. This is a pretty much they're using that as a Israel's pretty much being used as a pawn behind the scheme of the elites, man, to push war on the earth. Okay, because they have to pretty much set things in order, and it's a fight for economic supremacy. Okay, now with this universal basic income, okay, which will be in effect, and the reason why it's going to be implemented is because every single person on the earth, okay, in the eyes of the elites, has to be juiced in. They have to be connected to this system. Okay, you see, and it's the only way to where when you get pretty much an incentive, okay, when you accept an incentive, that will be you pretty much being juiced in and linked into this new system. You see, and this is the reason why you're seeing a lot of these migrants here. Okay, all right. First and foremost, though, they are the children of Israel, but you're seeing them here, and they're pretty much receiving a lot of these goodies, and it's pretty much them already being juiced in. They're pretty much receiving thousands of dollars. Okay, There was a video that went viral. Slakia for being a little bit long-winded, but pretty much you want to set up the point of this video. But there was a migrant that left behind a receipt in a place of business, and when the person looked at it, they pretty much recorded it, and it showed them the having of thousands of dollars in the account, and pretty much tens of thousands are sitting in the food stamp account. But you're seeing how people are pretty much are getting are comfortable and able to accept, what pretty much the government is giving them. But this is all pretty much being programmed into the people to being reliant on the government, man. All right. So this is a very serious thing, but this is what they need to do to pretty much, suck the people in. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna play this little short clip, and we're gonna hit the scriptures.
To do about mass unemployment. This is going to be a massive social challenge. And I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Universal basic income.
Universal basic income, I think it's going to be necessary.
So it means that unemployed people will be paid across the globe.
Yeah.
Because there is no job, machine, robot is taking over.
There will be fewer and fewer jobs that a robot cannot do better.
Okay.
The harder challenge, much harder challenge, is how do people then have meaning? Like a lot of people, they derive their meaning from their employment. So if you don't have, if you're not needed, if there's not a need for your labor, how do you, what's the meaning? Do you have meaning? Do you feel useless? What to do about mass unemployment?
And pretty much, first and foremost, though, they have plans in the works of so-called thinning the herd, so to speak, and whatever ways, means that they're doing that, and pretty much it's going to come through death, sicknesses and pretty much, these things are going to have to be put forth out to pretty much diminish what they want to call useless eaters, so to speak. Okay, now he said the challenges, and then the interviewer was pretty much in a naive state of mind, meaning that he's saying that computers are going to pretty much take over, and that's going to be the reason why people are going to be unemployed. But that's further from the truth. The truth is that this economic collapse is going to put a lot of people out of work. Okay, now for them to bring in a new system, they have to get the people juiced in, and have them juiced in is through the UBI, okay, universal basic income. Okay, now it's going to come with conditions. It's going to come with strings attached. Okay, and ultimately it's going to lead to the MOTB. But let's hit a scripture real quick. Let's go to Psalms 64. Let's start at verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And this is all behind the scenes. It's nothing but iniquity. It's behind the scenes of how they're scheming and plotting and planning how to take the people in his snare. Okay, these are the secret counsels that they're speaking of. This is pretty much the past 5 or 6 years. You have all of these talking heads coming from out the shadows, and being these mouthpieces, and people tied to WEF and the likes of those type of different organizations that are pretty much talking up to this new system that's gonna come and play. So once they begin to crash this old system, rest assured and believe that the new system is already going to be in place. Okay, you see. But before we get to that point, it's going to be a season of chaos, so to speak. Okay, uncertainty amongst the people. You see, the people are going to be pretty much in derision, and then here it is. They're going to come out with their marvelous plan, so to speak, on a silver platter. You see, all right. But this is pretty much the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, right? It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot arrows, even bitter words. And pretty much, man, that that saying where they come in with the olive branch, and pretty much the dagger is behind their back when they're presenting the olive branch to you. You see? Okay? This man is pretty much is wetting his tongue like a sword, man. Okay? All right, and this is all nothing but a snare, so to speak. Okay? To get the people in an economic enslavement. That's all what it is. Okay, and it's just to be on a larger level to where it's full control. Okay, full control. Okay, through this new digital currency. You see, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? The perfect is really the Israelites, man. And this is the reason why they try to stake their claim, okay, and play God like in the earth, man. Okay, when the Lord is pretty much coming back with his tens of thousands of angels, man, to pretty much set this place in order, man. Okay, but it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, and pretty much, man, everything that they're doing now is going against nature. They're going against the Most High. Okay, all right, and they're gonna pretty much encouraging themselves and conjuring themselves up to do these things and without fear, man. Okay, because listen, this is all the will of the Lord at the end of the day. You see, okay, even the Lord's going to have them pretty much force them to fight him when he comes back. They were so afraid, but there's fight. That's pretty much in the scriptures, man. You see, but it says they encourage themselves. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privately, saying, "Who shall see them?" And this is pretty much a prime example, man. It's through that UBI, man. Okay? They're encouraging themselves in an evil matter. Okay? Because ultimately it's going to usher in leading to the MOTB. But they have to have what you want to call gradualism go on. They have to get the people comfortable. They have to get the people dependent. Okay? And that's what you're seeing now on a large scale, especially when you're having the large numbers of the migrants coming in, and the scriptures say that they should bring Ephraim, chiefly the northern kingdom, shall bring forth their children to the murderer, man. Okay, and this is what you're basically seeing. Okay, there's definitely an ultimate plan for the reason why the borders are pretty much are open. Okay, you see, all right, the Lord's people are coming. All right, but it says, right, who shall see them, right? It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And they search these things out, man, with these think tanks and pretty much, these round table discussions. This has been going on for decades, man. To craft it now to where they're pretty much um are going to be in the season to when they're going to be eating, so to speak. Okay, but this is when the Lord comes in and dashes down those plans, man. Okay, right? Because it says, right? But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly shall they be wounded, right? Okay, right? The Lord says it's gonna come while they're eating, right? Okay, while they think they're in there, they're pretty much taking their victory lap, so to speak. Okay, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And this is why you're seeing a lot of these whistleblowers that are coming out on different facets of truth. You see? Okay? All right? You got people of all different, pretty much all different, what do you want to call, walks of life that has been in position of having information and pretty much blowing the whistle. Okay, this is what you have been seeing in the earth, man. And through the power of social media, okay, all right, the narrative, okay, that they want to craft is not going according to plan. You see, this is why Revelation 12 and 12 is going to come into place, man. Okay, because he's going to come with great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time, man. Okay, the information war, okay, is being lost, okay, by this damn man. Okay, and he's fixing to do something about it. You see? Point blank, period. All right? You see? All right, from there, all right, let's go to ultimately what their plan is going to be. Okay? Because we got to remember, everybody's got to be juiced in. Okay? All right? It can be and someone down to a bum on the street, man. Okay, everybody has to be juiced in, man. Okay, to the system, man, in order for them to pretty much have it go according to their plan. Okay, all right. Everybody's gonna have to be on board with it, man, and they're gonna get on board by pretty much, uh, you know, amassing the resources, hoarding the resources, and pretty much, giving people incentives to, so to speak, comply, so to speak, man. You know, all right. So this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15, right? Right? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many we should not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now you know that ultimately there's going to be a penalty of death, okay, for not receiving an MOTB, okay. You see, all right, and it's going to be pretty much you got a lot of these people out here that are privy to the plans, you know, okay. But the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Abishai has to be truly upon you, man, to pretty much escape these things, man. You see, but it says, right, in the cause of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay, and it's pretty much talking about everybody on in the earth. Okay, you could be the top rich people. As far as because there's when you talk about wealth, there's levels to this thing. Okay, you can look at basically a well-to-do family, living in the most expensive zip codes in the country and here in Babylon, but they're pretty much the small small potatoes compared to the ultimate elites, man, that are running the things, man. You see, okay, down to the people that don't have or living paycheck to paycheck, man. Okay, so everybody's gonna be within this loop, man. You're gonna be free, pretty much, out and about, okay, on the earth, or you're gonna be bond, or you're gonna pretty much be somebody even if in prison. Okay, you see, everybody's gonna be pretty much a part of this uh we don't want to call social experiment, so to speak. Okay, all right, and it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And it's pretty much, man, that branding. We already know what that is, man. Okay, it's that C hip, man. Ultimately, man. But we're gonna have to have this whole, you know, guidance of gradualism, okay, to get to this point. You see, all right, but they already are setting up the infrastructure for these things, man. The infrastructure is already pretty much already being set, and you can say it's pretty much probably in the 90 percentile of completion, so to speak. Okay, so now once they just start pulling the lever on this old economy, and pretty much it's being done by design at the end of the day. Okay, because this is ultimately here. Okay, the C hip is also ultimately their Trojan horse, so to speak. Okay, this is going to be their Trojan horse. Let's look up that word real quick. Trojan horse. Let's see, grab it real quick. Simple search. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Trojan horse. Right. Simple search. Right. Um, a person. Got it here at the top of the screen. A person or thing intended secretly to undermine or bring about the downfall of an enemy or an opponent. You see? Okay? All right? And that's pretty much what that is, man. Okay? So pretty much, this whole thing of where people are fleeing away from the petrodollar, but guess what? It's all done by design. You see? Because this is ultimately what they're going to lead to is this Trojan horse right here, man. This is why you're seeing war happening in the earth, man. Okay? But that Trojan horse ultimately is going to be the crashing of the economy, man. And it's going to be a world economic event. You see? That's what it's going to cause. All right? You see? All right. And pretty much, from there, you know, hey, we're seeing how these things are shaping up, man. You know, all right. So from there, let's go to Psalms real quick, man, because like I said, that we have to stay in the spirit, man, and be able to, you know, not get caught up into the system, man, the ways of this world, man. Okay, let's go to Psalms 37, um, verse 7, and it says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass." And this ultimately is a wicked device he's trying to pass, man. You know, he's pretty much as prospering in the way right now as we speak, man. But we all see it through the spirit, man. This man is headed to his demise, you know. But you have to ultimately be in the spirit and ultimately have that faith, man. And faith is actually a gift, you know. You got to have that faith to see that this man is pretty much is a railroading himself, so to speak, man. You know, okay. It says, "Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil." You know, pretty much, man, you don't make haste in the time of trouble. You know, it's going to be pretty easy for a lot of these people that are not in the spirit to just go rogue and just go carnal. You know, and you're going to have a lot of people bugging out, man. You know, we gotta have a lot of people bugging out, man. Why? It's because they don't understand the things that are happening in the earth, man. Okay, all right. They don't have an answer for it, man. So the only thing to do is react in a emotional, irrational manner, and that's what's gonna happen. You see? Okay. Him being the carnal devil himself, he's so carnal that he tries to rack up on all these guns and ammo. But wait a minute, you can only shoot one gun at a time. You see? Okay? But you got people that have handfuls of guns and stuff. I mean, gonna just walk around with ammo in a backpack. Well, who knows that you aren't even gonna be at your homestead in this time of trouble, man. You see? Okay? All of these doomsday preppers and stuff like that. But that's for another lesson. But just the fact is that people are gonna make haste in these times, man. Okay? You see? But the scriptures tell us not to make haste and to lean on the Lord, man. Okay? Right? Verse 9. "For evildoers, right, shall be cut off, but those who wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth." Okay? And the meek is going to be the ones that inherit the earth. All right? Right? Verse 10. "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be." Okay, and this man's gonna be like a bad dream, man. Okay, that's what the scriptures say. And also the scriptures talk about we're gonna kind of laugh about that. This man is not gonna. He's gonna be like, where is he, man? Okay, all right. This man's existence is gonna be vanished from the earth, man. Okay, and this is according to scriptures, man. You see? All right, all right. From there, right? Let's grab one more. This is Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10, right? Right? "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Okay, and this is what's pretty much is being crafted to this point in time, man. Okay, but we have to keep the word of the Lord's patience, man. Okay? We have to keep in mind that we've seen these things coming from a mile away, and to know pretty much, well, we see it the evil, and we hide of ourselves. And we hide ourselves in these scriptures, man. Okay? This is ultimately the comforter, man. You know? Okay? But that temptation is coming. But it says, right? Verse 11, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast," right? And what's that? This truth. You hold fast to it, man. Okay? Not be lifted up with pride and you got people, individuals here that are pretty much getting lifted up with pride and pretty much all the knowledge that they had is pretty much leaking out of them, and now they're pretty much or sounding like a damn reprobate. So what's gonna actually happen when that time comes, man? Okay, they're gonna be already fully back into the world by the time comes, man. You know, you see, all right. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, man. Okay, but it says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." And pretty much, you know, this is pretty much one of the men, okay, that is pretty much set up to attempt to take your crown, man. Okay, you see, this man is fully vested invested, okay, and in the whole tech side of things, man. You know, him with the other usual suspects that we see out there in the forefront are all part of this whole alliance, man. Okay, when everybody is playing their pretty much they're playing their part, man. You know, okay. So this guy right here is not to be trusted, man. Okay, he's nothing but controlled opposition. He shows signs of rebellion and stuff. But at the end of the day, listen, this man is fully vested, okay, and is part of this whole integral part of this plan, man. Okay, all right, with the things that he has to bring to the table, man. Okay, is being used to push forward this agenda, man. Okay. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Wakakwadash, Shalom.